Hello everybody. So this is our continuation of Checkpoint IPS. So like yesterday we have gone through the some policy related to threat prevention, and today in today's session we'll try to see some specific features and like how malware DNS trap work in the IPS in Checkpoint firewall, and there are some other features which is available in our IPS. So if you click on the access control, so this is the normal policy, security policy, guys. And if you click on the threat prevention, so this is our by default policy. So this is the default policy, guys. So yesterday we have created on profile, and I have already mentioned like in profile generally we have mentioned the action. We can say we generally create the profile and then we generally call the profile in the action. Okay, so it totally depends upon the profile, guys, and whatever settings, whatever things we have configured in the profiles, accordingly it is going to be, we have a traffic coming to the firewall. So if you come to the profile, guys, so we have created one this one, the profile, a custom profile we have created yesterday. So let me click here. So if you come on the IPS, if you come here like additional activations, so these are some specific features, guys, IPS specific features, which is very important to understand. So this is first one, first one is protection to activate. Like here we can set our category, like which types of category we generally want to protect and inspect through IPS. Okay. So as per my experience, guys, it is always recommended to do some category with the help of vendor. The reason is, guys, it is resource utilizations. So we can't keep everything here. Otherwise, maybe our utilization, device utilization will be high, and it will be create impact related to a speed in the production. Okay. So it is always and highly recommended while selecting category, take the help from vendor. For example, if you click plus here, so there are so many category, okay, like CBSS, and if we have file type, vulnerability type, and other, we can say like vendor. Uh, if you click here, like, so it is added there, guys. So there are so many category, like which category we generally want to be inspect with the help of our IPS. We can set the category here, like McAfee. These are the vendor and its software. So that is the reason I'm telling, don't keep anything by yourself. Try to take help from vendor because this device is developed by them. So it's good things to get advice from them because I'm telling on the basis of my experience. Okay. So these are the like different vendor, guys. So these are the different vendor and application, we can say like software. So which software generally used in the company, and like with, like we can say like in short, like which software is used by our internal people or maybe external peoples in the company. That things we are going to be inspect. That things we are going to be monitor, in short, I can tell, right? So that is the reasons category is very important to be defined here. Okay. So this is about guide protection to activate. So I hope it is clear for everybody. Second things, guys, protection to deactivate. For example, there are one applications. Let's consider there are some applications which is not used in the company, which is not used by our internal peoples, maybe external peoples. In that case, guys, we can deactivate that applications. So if you deactivate that applications, that if traffic coming to for that application, or we can say like it is not going to be inspect, it is not going to be prevent, in short, I can tell. So if you know like that application is not used by our internal people or external peoples, then why it should be inspected by our IPS? Like it is resource utilizations. So we can put that applications in our protection to deactivate category here. Okay. So this is the important features, guys. One of the important features in IPS. Other things, guys, updates. Okay. So this is like newly updated protection. So if then a new signature is, we can say like new signatures, like we generally update our IPS signatures like weekly, or if it's internet connectivity, we generally schedule it and it will get updated from their database, in short, I can tell. So if there are new signatures come, so we generally set as a like activation as a staging mode. Um, what the meaning guys? Set activation as a staging mode means it is not going to be work like prevent. It is going to be it will be generate in logs. It depends upon the security admin. We can say like security administrator to monitor all the things. And if it is related to malicious kinds of things, we can activate it. So once we activate it, it is going to be start inspecting it and start preventing it. But if we set as a staging mode, detect means it is only going to detect, generate the alerts. Because see, every times it is also not recommended to put anything and activate everything in the production, right? So if any new things come, any new signature updated, new from database, so it will be good things like if you're going to monitor first, and then we can implement we can say like a rollout inside, I can tell, right? So this is about guys these settings. So and this one about like pre-RAT settings. So it is for the before the version RAT, we can say. Perfect. Then we have guys indicators. What is indicators? Enable indicators scanning. So in next session we'll try to see live also. Okay, like indicators. So what it is function guys, and why basically use and why basically use this setting in IPS. So it is going to be, we can also monitor malicious IP guys, and malicious domain, we can say in short. And it is going to accordingly, it is going to be generate the alerts or logs. So accordingly we can take the action, and we can block it, right? So this is about the indicators. Here we can select a specific indicator action we can set here. So whatever action we have set, so for example, if any malicious IP is there, detected by security gateway, any malicious domain is detected by security gateway, it is going to be prevent as per our action set in the indicator items. We can select a specific indicator action. So whatever action we have set for the indicator, it is going to be act accordingly. Okay. So this is about the indicators, guys. Okay. So these are the settings and a specific features of IPS, intrusion prevention system in checkpoint. And it is also asked in the interview also. Highly asked interview question here. So if you're giving the interview as a for the security, we can cyber security engineer or maybe security architect, because it is totally depend. So whatever things I am telling guys, it is part of cyber. Okay. This is the role of cyber security engineer to protect our infra from the attacks, from the attackers, from the malicious things, right? Then we have like malware DNS trap. So before putting here IP or mentioning IP here, let me explain a little bit here, guys. So how it generally work. So let me just 1 minute, guys. Yeah. So how malware DNS trap activation work in checkpoint. So for example, guys, let's see. This is our infected devices. Okay, and this is the maybe DNS server, local DNS server. This is our security gateway, and this is the person who is seated on the internet. That is attacker, we can say. And this device is infected, guys. And the people who is using this machine, maybe laptop or desktop inside, I can tell, and they are trying to access malicious website, right? Because this is infected by the attacker in short, I can tell. Okay. So when these people is trying to access that malicious site, so everybody know like first DNS lookup happen. So DNS request generally come to the local DNS server, and then local DNS server is going to send that query, because this is the part of our infra. So this will send the query to the or security gateway. Okay. So security gateway, if you're using the malware DNS trap activation features in IPS, guys, instead of sending this traffic to the external DNS, okay, where the we can say like actual authoritative DNS server is there to get the actual IP address, right? We can use here some dummy IP kinds of things. Okay. So what security gateway will do, instead of sending that traffic to the external DNS where actual IP is there, it is going to it is going to provide one dummy IP, whatever you configure to the our local DNS server, and it is provided to the client. And while doing that, rest of the process related to the malicious application is going to be a stop, guys. And that alerts will be triggered on our firewall, logs will be triggered on our firewall security gateway, and we can easily identify like which device is get compromised, which device is impacted, because firewall is doing modifications related to DNS traffic in the middle. It is not sending directly DNS traffic to the external DNS server where actual application is binded with the actual IP address. It is doing modification in the middle and sending it some dummy IP to the local DNS, and it is sending the client. So this is playing in the middle, and that things generally get logs generated or alerts generated, and we can I easily identify that okay, this source is doing these types of activity, and accordingly we can isolate that machines in the from the production. We can maybe reset that machines from the production. So this is how we can avoid the other devices to get compromised. This is how we can identify the impacted device in the productions with the help of malware DNS trap activation. So this is the very beautiful features, guys, in the checkpoint IPS. Okay, let me explain a little bit more here also. So see how malware DNS trap works, guys. So it intercepting malicious DNS request. Okay, so when compromised device, जो infected device है guys, when compromised device like infected device try to resolve a domain associated with malware. Okay, so the infected device is trying to access applications, that is malware applications. So it's required IP address, right? So checkpoint security gateway interrupts the DNS request. So it is not going to send that request to the actual DNS server. It is going to be intercept in the middle. Okay. And instead of allowing the request to reach an external DNS server, the gateway responds with a it's kind of dummy whatever IP. We can configure any IP here, guys. Okay. So we can configure any IP here. Just make sure like don't use management IP address and internal interface IP address. Okay. Don't use internal interface IP address and management IP address. Apart from that, we can use any IP address here. Okay. Perfect. So it's going to redirect to a fake IP. Okay. The fake IP address is predefined by checkpoint. Okay. We can put any IP address. Just remember like don't use management and internal interface IP address. This prevent the infected device from reaching the actual malicious domains. Okay. So while doing that, it is going to prevent our infected device to reach the actual malicious domains, maybe which is hosted on somewhere on the internet and all, right? So the device then attempt to connect to the box IP, which is logged by the security systems. Okay. So everybody aware, like, in our network, our communications generally happen with the help of IP address, right? Not with the help of FQDN or URL insert, I can say, right? IP is required for the communications. So when someone is trying infected device is trying to access applications, first DNS lookup happen, and once the local machine, once the infected device get the IP address, then it will start communication from its IP. We can say like its own IP, like as a source to the destinations, whatever it's get from the DNS server, right? Then actual network communication happen, right? Everybody aware that part, correct? So when firewall is the middle, it trying to intercept DNS traffic, sending some fake IP. So our client is infected device is going to initiate the traffic, get the communication with that fake IP, right? And while doing that, that log is going to be we can say like generated and logged on the security system or security gateway, right? And while doing that, we can easily identify who is doing that, and accordingly we can isolate that machine from production from our network. We can reset it, we can isolate it, right? So this is how malware DNS trap activation works. So I hope you guys understand this concept, right? Okay. So that's it, guys. So this is about the IPS settings, some specific features, and in our coming session, we'll try to see other features which is remaining. So I hope this session has been informative for everybody. If you like the efforts, please share, like, subscribe in your circle, share to the needed peoples, and let's meet on the next session with some new concept related to IPS. Okay. Thanks, everybody. And thanks for your time.